a legend. I have a pretty fucked up story about Willie Nelson. If you don't mind, I'd love to tell it.
Please tell it.
So when I first got to Tennessee, I'm like in my playbook. I'm trying to win a starting job. Vlad has heard this story before. I'm sure I could repeat every damn story. And I got so many.
You're going to be a great old man.
Dude, I'm going to tell them all. They're like, okay, Grandpa Taylor's great, but he tells the same fucking story every time. And they're like, my agent called me and they're like, hey, Willie Nelson is playing the Grand Ole Opry tonight. And they want to introduce you as like the first round pick. Like you're part of Nashville now. And I was like, I'll call you back in a second. I'm like going over my book. And I don't know the plays yet. I don't know. I'm kind of stressing out about football. I called him back. I said, I'm not going to go. I'm good on that. And to this day, it's probably the biggest regret I've ever had.
Dang.
Yeah. It's
because now you know the Nashville culture all the way. It's
and now I'm like, damn, I should have just gone. I mean, it's one night. I've learned that a little more. You got to enjoy yourself a little bit more, dude. You're stressing about your career and shit. I
don't know. I respect that you're learning a playbook.
Nah, dude, fuck that. Those scriptures are gone now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The guys who drafted me, I could probably tell you what our playbook was then. It's easy as shit. And I, for some reason, couldn't pick it up. But I did eventually.
Oh, yeah. What's Vrabel like play calling wise, dude?
Vrabel downplays everything. And, when he talks about offensive lineman, it's like the easiest job in the world. Like he'll say a play. It's just, I can't say it because then he'll yell at me.
Yeah,
It's just this. Like, just get in front of the guy, Taylor. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, they're good at football too.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
they're
also
your job as a traffic cone. Like that's what you
exactly.
just get in the way of things.
Yeah.
Vrabel does the best at like really just making you think you're not as good at anything as him. You know, it's always like, guys, look, I've played 14 years in the NFL. I've won 3 Super Bowls. Like, hits your accolades.
Like a great condescender.
Yes,
like really
he's
good.
phenomenal at condescending. But he's a boy's boy too. Like, he'll joke with you. He'll joke on you.
He'll scrap with you. I feel like he'll go fight.
He always wears that stupid pad on his chest, and it's like, hey, take the pad off if you really want to go. This is my camera. Take the pad off, Vrabel. Figure it out, buddy.
Take the pad off.
Yeah.
Hey, Vrabel, take off your pad.
Yeah,
dude.
take off your pad, Vrabel.
Vrabel, take off your pad. Hey, Vrabel, take off your pad. Hey, Vrabel,
take off your pad.
Take off your pad, dude.
So Vrabel doesn't take off his pad. He,
he's hurt.
I had an ankle or something one time, and I was coming back. Like it was like a Wednesday. I got hurt in the game. I didn't practice Wednesday, so Thursday I practiced or something like that. And he's like, I'll do drills with Lewan. And it's like, fuck, all right, here we go. So I'm like doing a couple pass sets, and he's going off. He's like, hey, just give me a punch in the chest. Just go and hit me in the chest a couple times. So I'd like set, and I'd punch him, and I'd set and punch him. And he's like, all right, we'll do one more. And I go at the same tempo I've been going at, and all of a sudden he's like, and like just to do an inside move on me. I'm just like, and he looks back at me like, fucking.
Gotcha. Still got it.
Your bitch ass, didn't
Still got it. He's like Kenny Powers out there. He's like, I'm only coaching so I can still live in this glory.
Yeah, dude, he loves it.
I love having Vrabel in Nashville too, though. Like, I feel like we haven't had a team this electric since the heyday. You know, with Jeff Fisher and Eddie George and like all of them, and it's so fun to be 29 while the Titans are a hot team. Dude.
Yeah, it's cool as shit, dude. This especially going from 2014 and being the fucking worst team in the NFL, doing 2-14, and the next year being like, we're gonna be a lot better, and we were 3-13, so that was good.
Yeah,
but like going into now, like we're like you like to think we're not a team that people just sleep on. Like I've been on the Titans when people are like, it's an arena league team, right? You play arena league football. I'm like, listen, I play in the NFL.
Yeah, I play in the NFL.
You're trying to convince the old lady at the grocery store. I promise I play in the NFL. I swear to God. You know, she's like, oh, good for you. But yeah, dude, Vrabel's definitely changed that culture up a lot. But it's like a lot of guys that have come into. Ben Jones is a dude that came in and helped really change the culture. He came in 2016, I think, and the dude's soft-spoken dude, loves to joke with the boys, always pulling pranks in the locker room. But then like tough as they come on the field, like dude will get rolled up on. I'll see him like I'd be out for a week. Yeah. I'm saying I'm nursing that thing.
Yeah,
he gets right back up, keeps playing. Like he's as tough as they come. He really instilled it too, and. Our line's super close. Like, I don't think you're going to find a closer team in the NFL. I watch the Chiefs sometimes. I say they seem like they're a really close team.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody's closer than the Titans, man. It's a cool setup.
The Titans family extends beyond the locker room.
Yeah.
In a way that, like, I don't know that all teams do.
No,
like,
they don't. Well, when I first got to the Titans, it wasn't like that at all. It was, I walked into a room, first year in the league. There's multiple 10-year vets, 8, 9 years in the league. And it's like, these guys go do their work and they go home.
Right.
And it's like, it's not their fault. Like just how, like when you go to the league, it's like you watch out for yourself and that's it.
Right.
And then I think when Ben came in, Ben does a really good job of like becoming glue and allowing, me being super outgoing. And then Dennis is a big like intellect, devil's advocate guy. And we all kind of gel in a way, but Ben does a really good job of kind of bringing us all together. And he's really done that. And I think our line room now is super close. We're together, in the off season, we hang out as much as possible.
Yeah.
Derek's a close friend of mine. AJ's a close friend of mine. You don't get that kind of stuff when the boys are hanging out with the boys outside of the stuff.
Right.
People have kids.
It's like a band. It's like a band where all the players actually get along.
Yeah.
Which isn't the case all the time.
No,
dude. They finish the show, they go their separate ways.
Right.
Each member has a manager. It's like their manager's the only ones communicating. The Eagles are who I'm talking about.
Is that what you're talking about? It's like that? Because you like to think you watch other bands and stuff and you think, oh, they're all best friends. You like to think like, oh, those guys always chill together.
No,
but
usually not.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why it's awesome. Like when people that have to go out there and hurt together go out and have some beers together too.
Dude, get a little shitty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Earned it.
Oh, no question.
You earned it. Dude, how about Tom Brady is in the Super Bowl with the Bucks?
Yeah,
right
he's
now?
the goat of all goats. And I'm standing firm on that. I know Alex.
It's insane.
Now that Alex has the freedom to speak. He had a tweet the other day of like saying like, why doesn't LeBron James get credit for that? And it's like, shut up, like Tom's the best.
Hey, it's simply
That's
this.
not what I was saying.
What were you saying? No.
I was
Yeah,
just why
I'll stay on that train.
Yeah, let's go. This is good. Yeah,
I
tell
was
him.
saying Brady's getting a lot of credit for his 10th Super Bowl appearance, equivalent of an NBA Finals appearance, right? The championship, blah, blah, blah. LeBron has 10 as well. Why does he get held up more in just appearances? I'm not talking about victories.
Yeah.
He gets more credit for appearances than LeBron does. Whereas I think LeBron, 10 championships in, still has more in the tank left than Brady does.
I think that's why, though.
I think that's more impressive.
But I think that's
really impressive.
Yeah,
he was like $2 million a year on his body.
Oh, yeah.
Brady
Easily.
and
No,
LeBron.
well, I'm sure he does too.
LeBron. Oh, yeah.
Isn't Russell Wilson does that as well?
Spends $1 million. I saw a thing that said he spends $1 million on his body.
That's crazy.
I wish I could spend $1 million on my body.
I probably spend $1 million on my body a year just
I'm
in
sure you do.
alcohol and drugs.
Yes. Well, weed's not that expensive. The price of the street ain't that bad right now.
Different kind of investment.
Different kind of investment. But you need that.
Oh, that's easy. I spend $1 million a year on my body for sure. No doubt.
Your mind's everything.
Right
baby.
off.
It's a write-off. Dude, okay, so to answer that, I think I think there's something to be said about if you look at the teams Tom was on in the Patriots. Yeah, he had that year with Randy Moss and all them. He's like, that was a great team. But Tom, for so long, did it with one team. And then for him to go to another team in a completely different division, the Bucks,
like brought them to life.
and at one point was 7-5. Like you're looking at them like, this ain't going to be like, I guess Belichick and Brady both needed each other. And then Belichick doesn't make, and it's killer for a player. Like, obviously, I have no like quarrels against the man of coaching, but it's kind of cool as a player to watch another player branch away from such a Hall of Fame coach and have the success he's had. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
But I think his mindset, the way he does it, and I don't know. I love LeBron. I think there's more historic figures, and it's weird to say. I don't really know basketball like that. There's more historic figures in basketball, like the top 5 players ever would kind of outweigh. Yeah, would kind of outweigh like the top 5 players ever in football. And I think Brady just is a cream of the crop in that situation.
That is true, but both of them, I think, time tells all. I mean, where it's like LeBron's definitely going to be one of the movies, documentaries.
Yeah, he'll have his.
In the same way,
Kobe's will come out, then his will come out.
Yes, in the same way that Tom Brady will have Joe Namath. All that under his belt.
I think, I don't know. I've always admired Tom. I've never been around LeBron, but like when you play football games and you look across the field and you see 12 warming up, you're like, fuck, dude, that's cool as shit.
It's a little different.
You're like, oh my God. Like you go play them in the wild card game last year and you see all the banners and Vrabel the whole time like, don't look at the banners, don't do this. And I'm, your classic emo kid. And I'm like, I'm looking at the fucking banners. I looked at them.
I grew up watching this guy.
Yeah. Well, I never really watched football growing up. It's weird as shit, but just as like I don't do well with authority. So I look up at the banners. But you see 12 come out and you see these dudes at this historic stadium, the Patriots and the Minutemen are standing there in their stupid costumes, filling their muskets up and shit. And it's just a cool situation. It's just cool to watch.
Yeah, of course.
It's cool to see him be him. I'm sure it's the same thing with people with LeBron, but for me, I'm like, dude, he's not touchable.
Well, I mean, everybody there got to see Brady in a Patriots uniform for the last time.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
Wild.
I know. My favorite video of that is Jack. He's got what was that, TikTok? Yeah, it was like a dude, it was like Brady trying to kiss me and he's like punching at the camera and like roundhouse kicking it. It was funny as shit, dude. The video is hilarious. And that's like my first impression of Jack. It was super, super funny.
Didn't y'all chirp them? Wasn't there chirping going on before that game? With the videos, YouTube video. It was the Lion King video,
yeah,
right?
The boys, you guys, is that you, Bloss, that did that?
Yeah.
Dude. That was so cool. So I'm sitting there, you play a night game. Well, you play for the Titans, you don't play a lot of night games. So I'm sitting there in the hotel, like, kind of waiting forever. And and we stay at the same hotel every time we play the Patriots, like, you know, it's in Province or whatever, and there's a mall, so the boys kind of walk around. We go in the mall, kind of hang out. You walk into like Spencer's and shit, look at the dildos, and come back out.
Yeah.
You know, cruise by the Panda Express and think, I wish I could have some of that. But
there's a Dave and Buster's in that mall.
Yeah, there is a Dave and Buster's in there. And
I've got lost in there. Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Dude, it doesn't matter how old you get. Dave and Buster's still hits.
Yeah, it never stops.
Still just hits.
Yeah.
But I fucking lost my train of thought. What was,
You're staying in a hotel for the game.
Brady came out with that thing. It's like, there's this lion, right? And blah, 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 all this stuff about a lion. And, you know, these hyenas and jackals, blah, 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 start like going in. And it's a hype video. Like I'm playing the guy today. I'm watching like, I'm about to run through a wall. Like he fucked up.
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, how funny would this be if we actually pull off this win to put the same exact video out, but flipped.
Yes.
And like show the Titans. And then all of a sudden the Patriots are the hyenas and shit. And we did it, dude. And that's why I had the boys make that video. I never did that before.
Yeah, can we please watch it?
Yeah, put that on, dude. Put Tom's on first. Do you have Tom's?
Yeah. Hold on.
His is killer, dude. So we put that on there, and like I respect the hell out of Tom, but the chirping's also fun.
Oh yeah, chirping.
Yeah,
I love that's happening more now. I mean, because of y'all, dude.
This lion.
Oh, this is
He's the king of the jungle. He's laying down under a tree. He doesn't want to move. No, the
as he goes, this is the lion, right? And then it's the king of the jungle. It shows Tom Brady. Hold on, attitude, dude.
Jackals, hyenas, barking at him, laughing at him.
Dude, I'm teed up right now.
Closer and bolder until one day, that lion gets up and tears the shit out of everybody. Runs like the wind, eats everything in his path.
So badass, dude.
Every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is.
Damn.
Right?
It's too late.
Run that shit back, dude. Put my shit on.
Yeah.
It's time to kill.
There was two versions, yeah, because you put it one of us just all me, right? Oh, it was this one, yeah. Yeah.
So this was posted the day after y'all beat the Patriots.
No, this was posted 5 minutes after the game. Pause this real quick. It was posted 5 minutes after the game. So like 3-4 hours before the game started, Brady posted this, and I watched it. I think Will called me and was like, "Have you seen the video?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna go check that out." So I went and checked it out. I was like, "That's fucking badass." So I called Will back. I was like, "You think the boys could switch the thing just in case we win?" Because you're watching them like, you know, it's playoff Brady. You think, hey, let's play our best game, boys, and we still might not win.
All right, you beat the Bull. You beat the '96 Bulls in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's crazy. So I mean, I think 5 minutes after this went out, and I showed everybody before the game, hey, if we win, I'm showing this. Everyone's getting hype. And we finished the game, like 3-4 dudes were like, hey, you gonna post it? I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna post this thing, dude. Put this out there.
Run it.
Because it sucks being in the NFL and chirping.
Yeah.
And then just getting donkeyed after that, dude. Because there ain't no coming back, dude.
Yeah.
Ravens.
Dude, I mean, the chirping is going, it's because of social media, it is so good, dude. And I think y'all are handling it well. And everybody's handling it well. Will doing the toot. I was talking, he came by the studio we were writing the other day.
Killed me, dude.
Hang on.
I laugh every time I hear it because it's the most bitch toot, but it's the perfect.
It's
such
toot.
a toot that I'm calling it a toot and not a fart. I can't call it a fart because it's so tooty.
Dude, that air, the way the air shot out of that anus, dude. Yeah. And then he's just like eyes barely open.
Hey, wait for it. Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah. And you hear him go,
what are you going to do to that?
Give me a second.
What are you going to do?
That shit was so funny to me, dude.
Your move. All right, here's the response.
Here's the response.
He's the king of the jungle. He's laying down under a tree. He doesn't want to move. Now, the other animals, they notice this. And they start to move in. The jackals, hyenas, barking at him, laughing at him. And they get closer and closer and bolder until one day, that lion gets up and tears the shit out of everybody. Runs like the wind. Eats everything in his path. Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is.
Ooh, us. You
It's too
murdered
late
that
to be
video.
scared.
Dude,
It's too late. And the score at the end,
I am so excited after watching that
right?
now.
That shit's epic.
Damn.
Hopefully we can do some more cool shit like that going on a cool playoff run next year.
You talked to Jalen Ramsey lately?
I haven't talked to him at all.
talk at all?
No, but he
I like him.
dude, he murdered it this year. That's the thing too, is like, so obviously in that video you see me and Jalen like chirping at each other.
It's a classic
And then after
moment.
that game too, he had a press conference before and he said something like, or he tweeted something like, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. So after that game, I posted that video of me like getting in his face and him flopping. And I put like his quotes like, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You know, some shit like that.
Yeah.
But I like Jalen, dude. I think
He's a dog. He had a year.
dude, he had a year. They had I think the check down put it up. His stats against dudes was insane. Like it was like guys like DeAndre Hopkins, two games,
Yeah,
he
the
had 2
numbers-
catches for 42 yards or some shit like that.
I saw that.
Yeah,
He locked up everybody, dude. And like to lock up a dude like DK, like how dominantly gifted that human being is.
He's a different
He's a
animal,
different man.
dude.
And he had a shit 5.10.5 and L cone. I did a thing with Kay Adams at the draft that year that he got drafted. And I'm in I go into like this outdoor, it was in Nashville. And I go like to take a piss and DK is in there. I looked at him. I waited till he was done peeing to give him the respect for him. You know what I'm saying?
But you shoulda.
But I should have. I gave it a peek, and I'm like, "Hey, man, I really hope we get you this year. I play for the Titans. I hope we get you. I think you're a stud." And he goes, "They're gonna pick me." I was like, "Well, I don't have."
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know.
I don't have the information to give you. It's like we pick at 19 that year. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
so
that.
cute.
But yeah, legit, and it's like
You're
it's
gonna pick me?
crazy.
Yeah, true.
Bro, he got picked in like the 3rd round or 2nd round, right? And dude, have you seen the video of Pete Carroll calling him?
No.
Dude, so when he gets picked, he's like, you can hear Pete talking clearly, then you hear like, you're talking to somebody on the phone, it sounds a little more muffled. Pete's like, hey man, we're gonna, it's Pete Carroll from the Seattle Seahawks. He's like, all right. It says something like super basic. And he's like, hey man, get fired up. We're gonna make you a Seahawk. And he just goes, and he starts crying his eyes out.
Hello?
DK.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's John Schneider with the Seattle Seahawks.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, bud?
Good.
You doing all right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, get fired up. We're going to make you a Seahawk right here, okay? You all right, bud? All right, man. Congratulations.
I get chills every time. It seemed like a matter of like 5 seconds.
And that's a super cool thing, dude. It's like people work so hard and they have this physical physique, and is it physique? Physique.
Yeah.
And they look so dominant. They play this tough guy role, and people put every rap quote on their Instagram. But like,
there's an 8-year-old in there that wanted to play in the NFL.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, like, dudes are just like so hype about like having their dream.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
I wish my experience was more like that. I wish I cried.
What was your draft day like?
It was horrendous. I hated it so much.
Okay, so what else is on the menu?
What else can we get into?
We had like a 3-4. I'll be brief. I'm never brief, but I'll be brief.
My aunt jumped off a building. That
Yes,
day,
I
so.
had 3 people pass away. No, nothing like that happened. 3 or 4 days before the draft, the Atlanta Falcons came to my house and were like, hey, if you're there at 6, we're taking you. Pack your bags. Like basically told me we're taking you.
Okay.
I'm like, hell yeah. And I get there and
What pick would that have been? Is that like
6 overall.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Oh, it is.
And because at the time there was like, yeah.
Oh wait, but that's like that's not even like top 3.
I know. I'm hot about that too. I think if you even ran back the draft, the 2014 draft, and we did like a redraft, knowing what everybody's turned into, I'd probably still end up at 11 where I turn. Like if you look at, we have a stud draft class.
11's a magic number, so
Is it really?
yeah. Should be good.
Yeah,
with that.
I was pick 11, so I'm a magician.
So yeah, So you had a terrible draft.
6
day.
comes around and the phone starts ringing, and it's 2 tables over. They picked Jake Matthews instead of me, and I was hot, dude. I was so mad. And then after I got picked, people were like, "Oh, it must be a dream come true." How was it? And I was so mad about the situation.
Couldn't feel good about it.
Oh, I was pissed. I even said I was like, I'm pissed, blah blah blah. Like I feel like I've lost like a game or something like that. And I've held that grudge for many, many years. Now they took our OC from us.
Towards the
Arthur Smith.
Falcons.
Towards the Falcons. The whole city of Atlanta, really.
Just being earnest. Just being earnest. Just being earnest. Just being earnest.